We have the likes of Arsenal, Tettenham, and Manchester United.
Talk about West Ham because they are ahead of Man U. Let's start from there now. Follow ranking.
Well, we should be discussing about two teams now because first and second spot is gone forever.
Yes.
So we'll be looking at the remaining two. Who is likely to fill the void?
So maybe not for Man U from the discussion.
No, Man U shouldn't be discussed on this table.
Forget Michael Arteta is actually a student of the tactician, and we don't know. We know that they are out of
experience.
A student that didn't complete his degree.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Naija Football Addicts. And I'm here today with Machine Man and Munza.
Yes.
There comes a time before where the Premiership top four is just like made for the weak people. But Liverpool has set a standard, and Man City has set a standard so high now that top four is just like you winning the league too. Yes. I remember a time where Arsene Wenger said, and I quote, that a time will come where top four will be like you winning the Premiership.
He's
and
a
at
prophet.
that particular point in time, I was like, this guy is just a loser. But today, here I am. Manchester United are suffering, fighting so hard to go into the Champions League.
Ooh,
and today, our discussion will be, who do we think will make it to this Champions League spot? We have the likes of Arsenal, Tettenham, and Manchester United.
Talk about West Ham because they are ahead of Man U. Let's start from there now. Follow ranking.
Well, we should be discussing about two teams now because first and second spot is gone forever.
Yes.
So we'll be looking at the remaining two. Who is likely to fill the void?
So maybe not for Man U from the discussion.
No, Man U shouldn't be discussed on this table.
So basically, but how I will do and say we'll look at the remaining fixtures, look at their coaches, and see which one will favor the team. At the end of the day, we'll now predict which team will qualify. So we are just putting no Manchester United because it's stand now with bless Man you don't even make
it. No follow.
So we'll just talk about Tettenham and Arsenal. We'll talk about the coaches, the tactics of the coaches, how important the coaching will be for the team, and the remaining. We'll talk about the remaining features. Munza, let me start with you, man.
Yes.
Tettenham have been doing in recent time they are outstanding, and they have Conte.
The Conte effect.
The Conte effect.
The Conte effect.
Yeah, I don't know if you have the features there.
Yes. So the last time that Tottenham actually lost a match was against Manchester United, and after that they have won 4 matches straight in the league, in the Champions. I mean, in the Premiership.
Wow.
And then the number of goals is what we should be focusing on. They won with 12 goals. Wow. 14 goals. Ooh. Was what they scored, and they only conceded 2 goals in the process.
Wow.
So because of that, it's an indicator for 2 things. Number 1, attacking is becoming more dangerous.
Yeah.
Secondly, the defense is becoming more tight. Because before then, they have conceded, let me say, like 4 goals. I mean, not 4. They have conceded 5 goals. That is before they started recent winning streak. So that means at that time, we know that they were actually weak attacking. If they were weak up front, and then the defense was a little bit sloppy. But you can count on Antonio Conte to make the defense more tighter. But let me go back to our last conversation that we had, because we had this conversation a few weeks ago, and I told you clearly, Man U is not going to qualify.
Yeah,
you were saying they have one outstanding or 2 outstanding, this and that. I told you clearly, Man U are not going to make it. And if you look at the way things are structured right now, Tottenham are playing Brighton, Brentford, Leicester, Liverpool, Arsenal,
Burnley,
and Norwich. Ooh. Now, these matches that I'm telling you, Brentford and Leicester, Brentford, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Let me say it's the toughest among them, followed by Brighton and followed by Leicester and Arsenal. That is what they have left. So because they are contesting with Arsenal, I guess Arsenal is going to be the final battle for them. That is where we are going to get the final position of who is going to remain where in that match. Just the way today, Liverpool and Man City are going to choose between themselves who is actually going to win this league, because this table is going to turn today. Either it stays the way it is or it turns. Anyone that happens today, that's how it's going to end up.
Yeah.
Now, and then Arsenal, if you look at Arsenal as a club, if you look at Arsenal fixtures, is the toughest fixtures.
Yeah.
They have the toughest fixtures because they have one outstanding, but it's against Chelsea. They are playing Man United. They are playing Tottenham. And they are playing Everton. So let's not expect that Frank Lampard is going to make it any easy for them. Their next match is against Southampton that were just injured 6 this thing. So they are a wounded dog coming back to see how many points they can scoop from anybody. So Southampton, they are meeting Southampton next. After that, they are playing Chelsea. So for Chelsea, Arsenal always have their way with Chelsea. I don't know whether they are going to win that match. It's very possible because they play differently when they are playing Chelsea. But I wouldn't expect that Chelsea are going to be so dumb to let them lose. To let them win that match. The reason is because number one is an outstanding, and we have been recording it as 3 points. Number two, Chelsea have other matches ahead of them, and they are playing Crystal Palace, Everton, Wolves, Leeds, Man United.
Okay, that's Chelsea's fixture. Yes. So you think that one will hinder them from performing very well against Arsenal?
No, it will actually boost their performance simply because you can never be sure of how many points you can get from the other matches.
All right.
So you don't want to take chances.
Mashima, before I move to you, but because I used to put Conte in the league of the club and Pep Guardiola because he's an elite coach, you understand? Yeah, and when it comes to this kind of team now, it's the difference will show. And again, what I also feel will make it different is the idea that they have the likes of Harry Kane, they have Son, which are in prolific form now, compared to Arsenal that have Lacazette. Lacazette has scored only 1 penalty in this calendar year. So to you now, putting into consideration the futures and the coach now, who do you think will come top of the table? Top of that?
I give it to Conte. Is somebody I've followed keenly from the Serie A days. He's a fantastic coach.
Yeah.
He plays a pattern of football that as soon as you see the game going on, you know there's a Conte effect. We know where Tottenham were
when he came.
Before he came. Yeah. We know where they are now that is around. So it's not luck. It's the Conte effect. So considering the features, I don't think any feature will scare Conte. If it comes to being physical, he has played more physical sides. So I give it to Tottenham to always end up ahead of Arsenal.
I will counter some of these things that you have said. The reason is because we know Conte is good, but he's not the one playing the match.
Yeah, but the Tottenham let me tell you something. Doing outstandingly well.
What I'm even thinking is beyond this season into next season.
Okay.
Daniel Levy is very stingy. If he doesn't invest money in players, Conte is going to have a problem next season. He's not going to be happy.
Okay.
And if you check out, he has good attacking players. But when they go in, when any of them get injured, what happens? Are you getting what I'm saying? Don't forget the impact of Reguilon, Højbjerg.
Yeah.
Fantastic player.
In their midfield. Don't discard these two players. They are major pivots in the Conte's game. They are very important players.
Yeah,
then we talk about Luka Moura, right?
Yeah. But Luka Moura have not even been started.
It's not.
Yes.
But the two most prolific players that have been in outstanding form have been scoring goals. I mean, it's the likes of them, Harry Kane and so, especially the Son.
Did you hear what the commentator said yesterday
about
Son and Harry Kane? He said I've forgotten the words he used, but I was trying to tell you the networking that is going on between Son and Kane.
And that assist from Harry Kane yesterday to Son was.
Now let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you one thing I like about Harry Kane. When Tottenham played Man City, Harry Kane dropped down into the midfield.
That's one good quality
to create chances, and that was why they won that match.
Yeah, definitely.
That guy, I've never seen the best of that guy, that side of that guy until now. And now he's completely worth £100 million for me. Are you getting me? But let's not forget they are not playing alone. Look at the strategy for the attacking. Most of these goals they have created lately, about 10 out of those 14 goals we are talking about were counters.
Yeah, they're counters.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
It's not every defense you are going to play that they can be that sloppy.
But when you look at their fixtures,
you
see, before Aston Villa game, let me go back again. In Arsenal's last 8 games, they've lost 3, won 5. You understand?
They have lost 3, won 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before their last 2 games back, when they won their game against Aston Villa, and I was like, damn, I gave it to them. I was like, man, you guys dig deep and you won that game. Then they now lost against Crystal Palace. They now lost yesterday again. Like they've conceded 5 goals in their last 2 matches. Okay. Now my problem is this, if you have the likes of Harry Kane, you have the likes of Son in your team, you have these features, you'll be like, yeah, I can make my top 4. when you are Arsenal, you know you are playing Chelsea, you are playing Manchester United, and you are still playing Tottenham.
Okay. Wait first. Let me tell you.
He go hard you.
Okay. The Arsenal factor.
Yeah.
Why you shouldn't discount Arsenal because of 3 players.
Definitely. Plus the contagion tactics.
Calm down.
Yeah.
You see Saka is in a good place right now when it comes to form. He's very effective in every game. Odegaard have been scoring goals from every address.
A wonderful one he scored yesterday.
Are you getting before yesterday? To show you that it's not a mistake, he scored another one before. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then Lacazette will always be floating around. If you see goal, he will score, but he's clinical. That's one thing you cannot take away from him.
The clinicality is my problem. He's not clinical. Messi that has scored just 1 penalty in this calendar year. The only thing he brings to that team is leadership.
Okay.
And coordination.
Now, the only
for any other team, you know, they bring out. So now why they see
the only teams, let me tell you something.
Is not somebody you bank on.
Yes, I know you cannot bank on Lacazette, but the reason why I'm telling you about Odegaard, Martinelli is also there, Saka is also there.
Martinelli is doing well.
Martinelli is very effective also. And those 2 people, Odegaard and Martinelli, can turn things around for Arsenal in a game. The only weakness of the Arsenal team is the rate at which they are conceding, which we cannot even define why their defense is like this.
Yeah.
Are you getting what I'm saying? But if they meet a sloppy defense, they will get a number of goals. The reason why Crystal Palace won them and Brentford, Brighton won them. Brighton had very good defense. Look at what Lewis Dunk was doing yesterday. Are you getting me? Is Lamptey injured?
No, he's not injured.
Did he play yesterday?
He was on the bench.
He was on the bench. Well, I didn't notice him. But that guy also is defense. But if you look at Lewis Dunk, in the defense of Brighton is what makes them formidable. If you check out the work that he did yesterday, he saved them 80% of the goals they would have conceded. If Arsenal meets a defense that is not like that is not strictly on business, very focused, if they meet a defense like that, they are going to score a lot of goals.
So, Munza, if we look at their futures now, which defense will they lackadaisical or we no go strong, where Arsenal fit score anyhow like this? Take Southampton away and Leeds United.
Look at Chelsea.
Take Southampton and Leeds United for this future. Now people will
you cannot even take out Leeds because they are also battling to.
They are open team. You understand? They allow you to play.
Yes,
now the only 2 teams why they see for Arsenal, where Arsenal fit score anyhow. Right?
Yes.
So for me, when you put Conte's factor and you look at this future, these fixtures, and you also look at
I will still give it to Conte, but I don't like it when we discount. I will still give it to Conte because I want Conte to actually have the same opportunity that Pochettino had in the Champions League with Tottenham. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah.
Because he's going to show his masterclass and he's going to bring out his management when they don't invest in players. If you qualify for Champions League, they can attract investment, they can get depth to buy players.
Yeah.
And what Tottenham actually needs, I think it's just the midfield area. It's very loose. If not because their attackers and wingers are good with counter, they wouldn't have had anything. Their defense is manageable, but it's not going to play Champions League. So they may need 1 or 2 players to fix in there to actually have a better next season if they make it to Champions League. They are likely to make it. But don't forget, Mikel Arteta is actually a student of the tactician. And we don't know. We know that they are out of form.
A student that didn't complete his degree because he left just before IT.
Yeah.
Yes, the students his tactics may actually bring results. Because one of the reasons why Arsenal is in form is not because of the greatness of the players.
Yeah,
there are few talents scattered across the team.
Yeah, it's the idea that he could like manage them very well. I understand your argument right well, but when you just look at the future, I know you say we should not just give it to Tottenham because this Premiership.
Yes, Arsenal may not be able to.
I'm okay, but if maybe this debate came up like 3 weeks ago, I would have been with Arsenal. You understand? Yes, I would have said Arsenal.
Yes, they were having a good running.
Two matches.
Because to be honest with you, even though I'm a Chelsea fan, the Chelsea Arsenal match, I'm not going to give Chelsea a straight win in that match. It's going to be goal if I'm going to bet. But let's see.
No, then they go collect for Man U handle. Now collect. I don't want to know. If now waiting go come out Arsenal from Champions League, Arsenal, Man U go beat them. They beat Man U. In the next 3 matches, now they go.
Do not be deceived though, because this Man U has.
The time was they know they get Man City for
this Man U has been shocking you.
Don't worry.
You know the thing.
All right. Machine Man, Tettenham, right?
Yeah, for me it's Tottenham.
I'm giving it to Tettenham too.
Munza. Me too, I will give it to Tettenham.
Yeah, we will be saying Tettenham. But this one will make me mad. Come on, man, from this. Man, no girl.
What is Man?
We'll talk about Man U.
You know the most shameful thing about Man U fans is this. Despite the fact that they are the only people retrogressing in the table in the last 3 weeks, they still have mouth to talk about.
No, they don't have mouth.
You understand
what I'm saying? They don't have mouth. No.
Why would we have mouth? When we have rich cultural,
Chelsea lost against Man U.
We have rich history of.
Can you imagine what happened yesterday? First match of yesterday, Man U lost 1-0.
The most painful thing is losing against Lampard.
Oh God!
You understand what I'm saying? And the goat was inside. But it was goat-free. You understand? The goat was inside, but it was goat-free. They had free way.
No,
it was goat-free. That has free way. Well done.
We thank God for Harry Maguire.
Do you know?
Thank God for Harry Maguire.
A Man U fan said something yesterday, and I started laughing. He said, "I know what made Man U win this match."
Why now?
I turned and looked at him. I say, why? I say, I don't want them to have any slight hope of playing any European competition.
Like the worst thing to like.
Even me, I don't want
to. Is the worst.
6-7 is.
This is the worst time to be in Manchester.
Even Europa, even the conference.
To be serious, but this is the worst Manchester United team I've watched since Alex Ferguson left. I'm serious. Yeah. Even David Moyes' Manchester United team are way better than this. They give more. See, Manchester United are the most appalling, most retrograding, most awful team to watch presently. Yeah. I'm serious. It's just the fact.
Man U is under.
If you're a Manchester United fan, just go watch the game, enjoy yourself, and go home. Just pray that we'll have a better.
There's no enjoyment left for anyone.
Lower your expectations.
Expectations to like 0 or -2. To maintain your joy, keep it at -2. You don't be disappointed because let me tell you something. You see, when it comes to Manchester United. Manchester United, as you are in a place right now, you can spend all you want to spend on players, but before you will get it back together, it's going to be 5 to 10 years. Take me by my word. Let me tell you something.
When I knew Manchester United, you know I'm very sentimental when it comes to the Ronaldo Messi argument. Yeah. You should know my stand. Definitely. But the moment I saw that the goats came back to Man U, I realized
this goat was going to become issue.
I'm telling you, it's as soon as you want to start cooking.
Yes, it's as soon cut in pieces, garnish with pepper.
This is what, see.
Very expensive, but less nutrition. And let me tell you something.
For him is to just go to Man.
Let me tell you something. I've watched Manchester United for 8 years now. They buy 2 players and tell you that's all we need. That's what Man U fans will tell you. When they bought Mata, they said this is the matter. That's all. This one, that one. They bought Magic from Chelsea and told us, I've missed it. They now got the Magic. The Magic is the spider. It's going to control the
Mata has been cool.
After that one, they brought Paul Pogba. When they brought Paul Pogba, they say we don't die, finish.
Mata plays the kind of Bernardo Silva's football.
Yes, now.
He has not been biting.
He has not been biting because of where he's playing and how Man U are structured. Now the entire game is centered around the goat. Are you getting what I'm saying? This goat will be there.
Pass and wipe.
Are you getting what I'm saying? That's why they are playing. And don't forget, look at how Everton that lost their last match could contain the entire goat.
Atawa.
You know the part.
If it was not in the place,
ran 10 more kilometers than Manchester United.
Yes, where would I want
to They no work rate.
They will have more work rate than Manchester.
And now, if I ask you now, why is Man U not willing to work?
I don't know.
It's a discussion we should have.
Players.
You want to up this